Hey, how you doing? This is the Kool Show. And to my right, I have Jay.
Hey guys and girls. Hey
All
everyone.
right. Hey. On the regular, I conduct the show and we have a good old time. But today we're going to mix it up. And we're going to let Miss J take over. Take it away.
So today we want to talk about dreams. And we're here with K Breeze, who has this big vision. So let's talk about your dream. Actually, before we get to your dream, tell us a little bit more about yourself. Where are you from? Where did this dream come from?
I am the 28-year-old from Jacksonville, Florida. We moved to Jacksonville when I was 11. I was born in Fayetteville, Fort Bragg. And I grew up with my parents and my two little brothers. We didn't really have much, but there was a lot of love in our house. And eventually I was able to actually get on playing football and go to college.
Okay, awesome. So where is this, what is your dream right now for your podcast, and where did it come from?
The dream for the podcast right now is to eventually be the Netflix of podcasts. I want to control what people see. And I feel like what a lot of people see is negative things when they watch television. The original idea came from my dad. Sometime after September 11th, he was just watching television and he told me that, well, not told me, but he just blurted out that every time you watch the news, there's something negative on TV. So with that, I kind of internalized that, and years later when I decided I wanted to start podcasting, I actually decided that I wanted to do something that was positive, that when people see it, they enjoy themselves, they have a good time, they smile, they laugh, or they hear something inspirational.
Awesome. So how do you know you are successful? What is define success for yourself and for your podcast?
Success for the podcast would mean we have a good fan base of followers. We have, I'm putting out good content that people are actually feeling what it is that I plan, for them to be inspired, to them to be having fun, for them to be happy. Because at the end of the day, I feel like my purpose in life is to make people happy. I want people to, like, when you come around me, I want you to feel joy. I want you to feel some sort of enthusiasm, something good, or at least once you leave my presence.
Okay, so is it hard work? Like, let's talk about the process, because we always see people when they make it big, but we never see them in the process to get there. So what advice do you have people who are going after your dreams?
Going after your dreams is scary, because the dream you really, really want is something that's, it's not going to be hard. I mean, it's not going to be easy at all. The idea of whatever it is itself is something that's usually daunting. For example, for her, she wanted to go to the best journalist school. The best journalist school is Syracuse.
Go Orange!
You feel me? But she did that, and obviously it was probably rigorous. And she went out and achieved her goal, though. With any dream, goal, anything, it's going to be hard and it's going to be intimidating. But you have to intimidate your goals. Don't let your goals intimidate you.
Okay. So how do you keep yourself encouraged and focused on, I think you said earlier, the Netflix of podcasts? How do you stay focused?
I eat a lot of peanut butter. Seriously, my dad, even though he allowed us to make our own decisions, he never allowed us to simply just not do something because we were scared to do it. Like, if we told him we wanted to do something, he made us do it. Now, at the end, if we decided we didn't want to do it no more, that was our decision. But if we told him we wanted to do something, if we told him we were going to do something, he held us to that. So my whole life is, every time I've started something, I attack it. I really, really try to attack it and do the best. He told us to be the best janitor in the world. So that's the mindset I take with me all the time.
Okay, so what I'm hearing you're saying is that if you have a dream, it's okay to be scared, but it's not okay to go for it. You always have to go after it. Is that what you're saying?
Afraid. Yeah. You definitely have to go for it. What's the point of life if you aren't living your dreams? Honestly, if you're not living your dreams, why are we here? Why are we here? We are all ordained with a purpose in life.
Okay.
If you're not going after that purpose, then you're just empty.
So, how does it feel to be going after your dreams?
It's scary. It's hard. There are times when I doubt myself because I secretly believe that I'm a madman, but at the same time, I've been here before. This was the same thing that happened when I played football. This is the same thing that happened when I wanted to install alarms. This is the same thing that happened when I wanted to get married. Everything said, don't do it. And at the same time, I made it work. I made it happen. So, yeah, it's nothing. I've been here before.
Okay. Let's change gears a little bit. Earlier today, we were talking about budgets. And you want to talk about what you heard today?
Today, Victory, the church she recommended. I popped in for the service, and they were talking about the name of the sermon was "In God We Trust," and basically what it was about was not serving money, but understanding that God wants you to have money, things of that nature. And that it's okay to work hard and try to go achieve what it is that you need, that you want to achieve to go get money, and that we need money in all things that we do, but money is not all.
So do you feel that you're walking in your purpose?
Yeah. Like I said, I doubt myself sometimes because there's some things that I've tried that I was completely wrong. But I don't know, every day something happens, every week something happens, something pops up that makes me believe that like, okay, you're doing the right thing. I met her completely at random. It was like, that was like an affirmation almost, like something that I didn't plan for that to happen. I didn't actually plan to end up at the A3C conference. And part of it is realizing that it's something, like I said, you've been ordained for this. This is something that was meant for you before your birth. So to me, it's a matter of what they say, walk by faith and not by sight. Just trying not to let the things that I've learned, unlearn the negative things that I've learned that tell you, okay, you should be doing this or you should be doing that just based off of circumstances or what other people have done.
Okay. So that was great that you were talking about walking by faith, because you just moved to Atlanta, just said, hey, I'm just going to focus on my podcast and I'm just going to make it work. Is that what happened, or?
Yeah. It wasn't random. I'd been looking at moving to Atlanta for a while.
Okay.
So the biggest thing for me was I've been, and I want to give her credit. My ex-wife, she pushed me to start doing things more planned out, more securely, and having more security when I do certain things. But that also stopped me from taking the risk that I would take. Business is about taking risks, calculated risks nonetheless, but it's about taking risks. And I just stopped taking risks altogether, just simply because obviously I wanted to protect her. This is our finances. I'm investing money into something that has to do with us. And once we separated, it's like I can somewhat be a wild man now. And I don't have to worry about the repercussions of somebody else. My actions hurting anyone else.
Okay. That was a lot to unpack.
That was a lot.
That was a lot. So I think what I just heard is that you positively reinforce the goals and reaffirm your dreams and not let other people tell you what you should be doing. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, we'll say that.
If that's not what you're saying.
Well, I believe that I just needed to be, I need to be in a situation where if I do mess everything up, it's just on me. It's not, other people aren't getting hurt.
Okay. So what advice do you have to tell your fans about going for their dreams?
Go full throttle. Go full throttle. If people think you're crazy, you're doing the right thing. If you dream about it at night, you're doing the right thing. If it scares you, you're doing the right thing. Well, you might be doing the right thing. You might be doing something crazy too, but
I would say it's not always crazy. So sometimes, like when we think about Apple came out with, I think the first maybe 15 years ago. Don't quote me on the date, but that was unheard of having cell phones. So sometimes the imagination and creativity is not crazy. Just you couldn't conceive of it, but it has revolutionized our life. So I wouldn't call your dream crazy. I would say it's different. It's your dream. It's what's for you. So let's not call your dream crazy, but it's just different. And different is good because we need all different perspectives and we need all types of people to create different things.
I'm glad you said that. Another thing, be mindful of the things that you think. Even with me saying your dream has to be crazy, that's still a negative connotation that you put on it. And something I'm trying to unlearn currently. But you don't want to put that negativity on it. Even calling it crazy, it's not necessarily crazy, it's different. It's your vision, it's what God gave to you.
So yeah. Any lasting thoughts? Any last words?
I do want to know something. What's your dream?
I would say right now my dream is, I'm still in progress. I'm still learning what it is, but what I do is I like to connect people with information and resources. I like to see people succeed, and I like to root for people. So when other people are successful, I think it's a good thing. So I call myself a connector.